In this video, we will discuss one poem. The title of the poem is A Tiger in the Zoo by Leslie Norris, and this is for class 10 Seva students. In this poem, Leslie Norris has described the behavior of a tiger in the cage in the zoo, when he is kept in a cage in the zoo and when he is free in the jungle. The tiger behaves in a different way when he is in the jungle and when he is in the zoo. This is what he has described in this poem. The first stanza goes like this: He stalks in his vivid stripes. The tiger, on the body of the tiger, stripes are seen, beautiful stripes are seen, and when he moves in a kingly way, those stripes appear to be waving. Looks very beautiful. Fleshy body when he moves. It his body, you see, behaves like a spring. Very nice he appears, and he covers the distance, the few steps of his cage. He covers the distance of the cage within a few steps. He has a very short runway to move on pads of velvet. Quite his sole leg is very velvety, very spongy, and therefore when he moves he makes no sound. Very silent movement he makes inside the cage, and he appears to be in his quiet rage. He appears to be very peaceful, but he is no way peaceful. He is like a volcano which may erupt any time. This type of anger is there inside the tiger, but outwardly he appears to be peaceful. Second stanza: He should be lurking in a shadow. Lurking means to wait in ambush, घात लगाकर प्रतीक्षा करना. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through the long grass near the water hole where plum deer pass. This tiger uh, waits in ambush for his prey to come near the water hole. He waits for the plum deer to come near the water hole to drink water. How does he approach the water hole? How does the tiger approach the water hole? He doesn't go there by running. He goes there through sliding through the grass. He keeps himself hidden from his prey. Otherwise, his prey may not come to drink water. If the you see, game animals see the tiger near the water hole, they would not come. They will not come. Therefore, he goes there, sliding through the long grass, so that the game animal cannot see him. Third stanza: He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge. In the first two stanzas, we have seen the tiger's behavior in the zoo. Now, in this stanza, third stanza, we will see his behavior in the jungle. How does he behave? Then he should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, bearing white fangs, his claws terrorizing the village. When the tiger is free in the jungle, he comes to the border of the jungle where villages are located, and he terrorizes the villagers, snarling by making a very fearful sound. When he snarls, he creates fear for the people, and he shows his fangs, he shows his claws, and terrorizes the people in the village located at the jungle's edge. This is how he behaves in the third stanza when he is free in the jungle. But he is locked now again. But he is locked in a concrete cell. This is fourth stanza. But the tiger in the zoo is locked in a very strong cell made of concrete. His strength is put behind bars. He cannot do anything because he is put behind bars, and is taking the length of his cage. He has just to move inside the cage He cannot do any harm, he cannot make anyone his prey. Therefore he ignores the visitors. The visitors comes to visit him. If the visitors would have been there in the jungle, they would have been killed by the tiger. But the tiger knows here in the zoo he is locked in a concrete cell, and he cannot do any harm to the visitors. Therefore he ignores them. Why does the tiger ignore the visitors? Because he knew his strength can do no harm to the visitors, because he is inside the bars, concrete cell. Therefore it is better to ignore the you see visitors. And he ignores. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars. Last stanza, first two lines. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars. When it is night, he hears the sound of the patrolling car. In the zoo, patrolling cars are there, and people do patrolling to safeguard, to keep watch on all wild animals if they are not going outside. Therefore he at night hears the sound of patrolling cars, and his eyes during the night sparkles, shines, and with his shining eyes he looks at the shining stars of the sky. He has nothing to do, just to look at the shining stars with his brilliant eyes, and just to hear the sound produced by the patrolling car of the zoo. Thank you. I think this poem you may be able to understand. When you watch this video, keep the book in your hand, open the stanza line wise, and please listen to this video. And if you see it on YouTube, please subscribe, be my subscriber on Indra coaching class. Thank you. Thank you.